Gonna get it, Winnie? Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, which means it's time for another episode of Wednesdays with Winnie and Gary for Wednesday, April 28th, I believe it is, for 2021. Winnie's over on the stairs playing. She just was running around the room chasing these Mylar balls, and Gary is up here on the counter hunting for Winnie food. Gary, little piggy Gary, looking for Winnie food. This is not food, though, buddy. Not food. Gary, you want this? Maybe not. Oh, he's going to casually go over here. Don't you dare knock that behind the fridge, buddy. Here you go, Gary. Ready? Ready? I know that look. He's going to take it out of my hand. He's going to try to. Oh, and Winnie is over here. Every now and then they seem to love these Mylar balls. You going to stretch now, Gary? And these two knuckleheads have been having a very challenging week for them because they've had to deal with roofers for 2 days. Let's see. Here you go, Winnie. Oh, look at that hop. Look at that hop. Really good there, Winnie. She's liking the Mylar balls. Usually it's Gary who's chasing these around. Okay, Winnie, ready? You ready? Here we go. Here you go, Winnie. Winnie. Okay, here we go again. Whoever gets it, gets it. Gary. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That was $1 million shot. No, Gary. Papa got it inside the candle. Sorry, buddy. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Oh, that was weak. That was weak. Right, buddy? He's like, that was not exciting, Papa. That was not exciting at all. I didn't get excited and run like he usually does. But yeah, they've been kind of had a little bit of a challenging start to the week because we had a new roof put on our townhome, and the roofers were extremely loud. That's why we have like mirrors and pictures that are on our walls have been pulled down because the walls were literally shaking from all the construction. So yeah, it's been kind of tough for them. They've had some scary days, but they learned to love hanging out in the basement. We kind of set up a bed for them, brought down some of their beds they're used to having, and have an old chair that they used to sit on that was up here before. We had this kind of salmon color, pink, old mid-century modern chair we used to have up here is down in the basement now. And the old older rug we used to have up here, the blue one we used to have, that they used to lounge all over and play on for literally 3 years, is now in the basement too. So they were used to that. So they got used to it after a while. Big stretches, buddy. I don't know if anybody else has their cats do that when they stretch. They look back behind them. Gary does that sometimes, as you just saw. Right, buddy? Right, buddy? You gonna get that? You gonna get that flag? He's in pounce mode. You gonna get it, buddy? He's like, nope, I'd rather watch. Would rather watch. Yeah, so it took a little while. They were hiding under the shelves for a little bit, but after literally an hour or two, they just kind of relaxed and were exploring the basement and had so much fun down there. So yeah, they were fine after a while. And now on days where there's not even construction, we don't even worry about closing the basement door when we go down there. And Gary usually follows us down and hangs out a little when we're doing laundry or whatever. So we've made sure it's safe for them. There's not anything dangerous out. So they're welcome to hang out down there now that they're not scared of it anymore. Right, buddy? Right, buddy? He's like, why'd you toss that at me? Why'd you toss it at me, buddy? Look out, buddy. You got Dracula Joe right above you there. Look at how handsome you are. Just wedged yourself between the cat scratcher and the and the basket of toys. Here you go. You want this? You want to play with this? Boop. Put it right here. How's that? How's this, Gary? Right here. All yours. All yours. He's watching my hand as I take it away. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? He is not phased. Oh, there it is.
No,
There it is.
it's not that he's not phased, he's lazy.
Here you go, buddy. Mom is calling you lazy.
So lazy, Cameron.
He's not lazy. He's just being a cat. He's being a cat. He'll play on his terms. That's what cats do.
He is the real life environment.
Okay. Right there, buddy. How's that? Right there for you. Yours for the taking. No? Okay. What about this? What's that, Gary? Noodle toy. One of Janice's noodle sticks. That got his attention. That got his attention. Whoa. Whoa. That got his attention. He's like, I want my noodle stick. He's like, make it move again, Papa. Make it go. You gonna pick it up by the stick? That's one thing I haven't seen him do in a long time. What's the matter, buddy? You don't want your stick anymore? When he was a little kitten, he used to, this stick specifically, they used to love this rainbow ribbon. And I don't know if I can get it to focus on this. I'll try what all the beauty YouTubers do with the hand here. Notice the end of this stick is all like gnarled up. That's from Gary's teeth. He would grab the end of the stick in his mouth by his teeth and drag this around the house. And it was so funny, so adorable, because sometimes Winnie would chase it. So it was like Gary was having fun playing with the stick by just dragging it around. And Winnie was having fun chasing it. And we haven't had this out in a long time. Gary, you gonna go up in the cat tree? We haven't played with this in a long time. What do you think, buddy? Oh, Flying Gary. Flying Gary. He's going to hang out on the Etch-a-Sketch now. Gary, I think he wants to jump up the cat tree there. You almost bailed off there, buddy. Here you go. Rainbow ribbon time, huh? Whoa. Careful, buddy. So silly.
Weights are written down in the book.
Oh, you got it, buddy. Good one. Winnie, what are you doing? She is hanging out in the middle of the kitchen floor. Gary, what is your sister doing? Oh, what happened there, buddy? He's like, what? This isn't how it works, Papa. What are you doing? What are you doing? How did that happen? Okay, Gary, I'm going to set that down. It's all you now. It's all on you. How are you going to get yourself out of this mess? I just glanced and saw a comment in the chat. Will, you are absolutely correct. They have a... what was it, Jen? The cat it? Or
Smarty cat.
Smarty cat. They had this plastic ball about the size of like a a softball or an orange or a grapefruit, really, a small grapefruit. It's a green plastic ball that had a motor inside it, and the motor spun the ball around and also spun. Basically, it spun a stick with a feather on top of it, spun it around.
It was twitchy.
So it was twitchy and twirly, and this feather on top of this ball would spin around and it would roll around, and Gary would get so excited and play with that as a kitten. We still actually have it, and Gary used to grab that ball by the feathers and then would just drag it around the house and run around with it, and it was hilarious because it was like a ball and chain. It would just bash into stuff because the thing is a plastic ball like the size of my fist with batteries in it and a little motor, so it wasn't a soft kitten toy by any means made of like felt or anything. It was hard plastic, a little projectile that he was dragging around, and a little club that he was smashing into things and hitting the wall. It was so noisy, made such a racket. And he would bring it up the stairs, and he brought it onto our bed when we were sleeping, and it was just hilarious. And he stopped playing with it after about a year or so, and we put it away. But then we took it out. What was it, maybe a month ago, Jen? Something like that? About a month ago, we took it out. We brought it out of the basement, and Gary played around with it again for like a week. I wish I got some video of that. He's very playful tonight. And she drug it up the stairs again. Oh, Gary, good job, buddy. You just slammed yourself into the door. Wow, we haven't played with this toy in a while, and he's loving it. It's just one of those things with cats. They get bored with toys. You put it away, and then you bring it out after a few months, and they like it again. But yeah, we'll have to try and dig that Smarty Cat ball toy out again. The batteries are kind of going down, so I'll have to replace the batteries. But yeah, he was loving it. Look at you, buddy. And his fur on his side and belly is growing in nicely from his ultrasound from a month or two ago. Oh, been more than a couple months now. And he is doing well. He's very svelte. He's been losing weight. And he's 13 1/3 pounds. So he is doing really well. Gary, you got that, buddy. You got it with your claw. You're really good. You're a good hunter. You're a good hunter, buddy. And Winnie was 8 3/4 pounds. So she's doing good too. She is gaining weight. I mean, she was in her adult size, she was getting, really close to being under 8 pounds, which was pretty scary for, her. And so she's doing really great. And she is now, oh, Gary, careful, buddy. And she is going to be off her appetite stimulant. Tomorrow is her last day of receiving the appetite stimulant, and she's been doing great on the days where she's every 2 days now on the appetite stimulant. She's been weaned off it, so she's been every 2 days. Every third day basically, and she's been eating well on the days when she's not on the stimulant. So we're really hopeful that this whole treatment has been working well. It's kind of got her into a habit of wanting to eat, and she's been look at you, Gary, you're silly. Oh boy, he's too funny. And we think maybe also because we think she's been a lot more active too, so I think she has more energy. And same with Gary, he's been a lot more active too, but we think he has more energy as well because he's lost weight, and we think Winnie has more energy because she's gained weight. So they're both at healthier weights. They're in the proper weight ranges they need to be at right now. Gary. Look at you, buddy. You are having fun. Whoops, where'd it go? You are having fun. Tough life being a cat, huh, Gary? All you have to do is eat, play, sleep, tend to your Zen garden every now and then. Oh, he's really got it. He's really got it. And it's kind of springy too, so I'm not pulling too hard. Oh, he loves this thing. Yeah, remember this toy, buddy? Let's see if your sister wants to play with it. Where'd she go? Winnie. Winnie. And when the roofers were putting the gutters on this afternoon, she was hiding on top of the cabinets. Did you see her? Where did she go? Where did the Winnie go? Let's find Winnie. It's hide and go seek Winnie. I wonder if she went upstairs. Oh, she's on the bookshelf. That's been her place where she's been hanging out playing a lot lately too. Since we've been getting rid of a ton of books that makes no sense. We've read the books one or two times. Why hang on to it? So we've been selling them and donating to the library and just getting rid of them. So we're emptying out our shelves here, and they've been loving hanging out in here. And I always forget to look here. I should take pictures of you in here because this is great photo ops. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a perfect photo op. Look at you. So adorable. Boop, 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 boop. Winnie, you are too cute. Too cute. And she loves getting up into these shelves. And Gary, not as much. So, yeah, it's a little too close for comfort for Gary, I think. But Winnie just loves hanging out in here. Look at you. Oh, the light is kind of harsh here. But that's also what makes her kind of stand out. Real high contrast in there. Look at you, Winnie. You are a cutie. Gary's up here on the table. I want to play. And here's our little serving tray that has turned into a Gary tray. We've just given up and let him have this tray. And we put a blanket in there. And he sits here and hangs out a lot. He just loves hanging out in this serving tray. Uh-oh, what's that, Gary? Oh. Mama was trying to be silly and taunt Gary with an elf toy. Gary, what is she doing? Gary loves that elf too. What is that, Gary?
It's kind of creepy.
Pop it up quick and then pull it back down. And maybe on the other side of the chair too. Oh, now he's seeing it. They're both watching. Winnie's over there watching it too. She's on the bookshelf back there watching. Gary, what is that? What is that? Do it on the other side. He is just watching.
He's still mad at me for putting his harness on.
Jenny's saying he's still mad at me for putting his harness on. So sometimes, boop, Gary gets put into his harness. We like to call it his off button because when he's relentless and trying to get to Winnie's food, when we don't have the moment to kind of fend him off of Winnie to let her eat, because we were trying to have dinner ourselves, we just simply put on the harness on him that he's got. It doesn't hurt him or anything, but he gets so dramatic, and then he throws himself, flops down on his side, and it's drama, and smacks his tail, just staring at you on his side when he's in his harness. And then it's funny, acts like he can't move, but then if you get up and walk to like the other side of the room or in another room,
Or if you stop looking at it.
yeah, if you stop looking at him, he'll stand up, walk over right next to you, like by your foot or leg, bump into you, and when you look at him, he'll do the same thing. He'll flop down on his side and hit his tail.
Things like a woman in the Victorian era.
Oh, woe is me. Oh, woe is me. And we call it his off button because it chills him out and he doesn't go after Winnie or anything. But it's so funny. He acts like he can't move or do anything. But we could even go upstairs and then we'll go upstairs and he'll be in his harness and then he'll follow us upstairs and then flop down on his side next to us like he can't move.
The second he sees the look at him, he just throws himself on the floor.
Gary. So dramatic, Gary. So dramatic. Boop, boop. It's the funniest thing.
Meanwhile, we put Winnie's harness on her and she's like, alright, well.
Yeah, Winnie doesn't care though if you put a harness on her. She does not care. Here you go, buddy.
Her harness is Gary's kitten harness.
Yeah, Winnie's harness now is Gary's old kitten harness. Here you go, buddy. So it's rare we ever put him in the harness. It's maybe once every 3 months, maybe. It's very rare. But yeah, and Winnie, I don't know the last time we put her in a harness. I think we put her in a harness
Last time I put her in one
was just to
see if it
yeah,
fit.
just to see if it fit, and it maybe been a year ago or something. So yeah, we don't really have a need to. We bought them harnesses originally when we adopted them because we were considering, taking them out and taking them on car trips and seeing if they would be okay with being outside, but they just were wide-eyed. I've got some hilarious pictures I should post on the Kitten Academy Discord of the maybe first or second day we had them. Maybe it was within the first week we had them, but we took them outside in their harnesses, just outside to take a look around and meet the neighbors and the grass and everything, and their eyes were so wide. They did not know what to do. They're like, "What is this world outside?" So we never really did anything and brought them out at all either after that. Right, Winnie?
But they like riding in the car.
Yeah, but they like riding in the car, which is funny.
They just don't like being out wild.
You gonna have some water there, Winnie? Gonna have some water. Here you go. Oh, and the really great thing is, Winnie has always been a cat that's loved moving water, flowing water for drinking. So therefore, she has a fountain, and when she was a kitten, she used to drink out of the faucet. That's why we got the fountain. Friend Jonathan sent it. Thanks again, Jonathan. And we've had replacement ones, and these are just great fountains. But when they were in the basement all day, on the couple days where the roofers were working on the house, Winnie actually was drinking out of a bowl of water in the basement on the floor there. And I think she was just, well, I'm thirsty. There's water here. I'm just going to drink out of the bowl. So that was great. Because upstairs here, you could put a bowl of water in front of her and she won't touch it. She'd rather have water from the faucet or the fountain. But when she had no choice, she drank. So that was good news. Right, Winnie? It always amuses me how they both drink out of these fountains. They don't drink where the water is closest to them. They crane their neck over the edge of the flower and drink from the opposite side. And of course, the second I say that, she's going to drink from the near side. No, she's not. What are you doing? Is Gary down there distracting? Oh, there he is. Hi, buddy. Hi, Gary. What are you doing? Oh, Winnie. Gonna eat some wet food? Gonna eat some wet food for once? Nope. What do you think? You gonna surprise us again this week? Like drinking out of a bowl and you're gonna have some wet food? Nope. No way. No way. I think she might be hungry though, just not for that. It's not for that. Okay, Winnie, let's see what food we can get you. And Gary will try to get it too, I'm sure. Right, buddy? You gonna try and get Winnie's food? Okay, Winnie. Here we go. Here we go. Gary knows exactly what I'm doing because I've got my hand on the cabinet door. He knows exactly what this means. He knows what this means. Oh, Gary, what is that? Here, Winnie. Here you go. Want to eat over here? Gary is behind us. Whoa, he was behind us. Poor Gary. Poor Gary. There you go. Have your own food. Have your own food, buddy. Have your own food, buddy. Go over here. Go over here. Here you can really, I wonder if we can get a shot of them standing similar. Gary has lost a lot of weight, so it's interesting. Used to be, are you almost trying to bury your own food, Gary? It used to be such a huge contrast when you see them standing next to each other, but now that Winnie's gained some weight and Gary's lost some weight, and plus this little bit of shaved side kind of helps the illusion, but they almost look the same size. Well, I shouldn't say the same size. He's significantly bigger, but they're closer in size now. Gary, you gonna try and jump from this? No, he's gonna go over here. Gary, Winnie, come over here. Come over here. Come over here. You gonna be finicky? She's like, nope, I'm not gonna eat. And Gary's like, I'll eat. I'll eat. See, you're looking at the faucet. Are you thirsty, Winnie? Okay. Gary, you're gonna try and jump across. You can easily do it. But there's no food there, buddy. No food there. You have your fountain, Winnie. You want some of this water? You want some of this water? No? She used to love that as a kitten. She would just drink right out of the faucet. No? I think she's more interested in just watching the water. What do you think? Nope. Okay. Maybe next week we should get your fishies out. Maybe that's what you're looking for. Your little robotic fish you haven't seen in a while. And Gary's off. Oh, here he is. Oh, did you just throw this? That's what he's looking at. Jenny just threw the elf. Right, Gary? What was that, buddy? What is that, buddy? Who is that? Who is that? Who's that, Gary? He's not having the elf. He's not interested in the elf. He's like, I want food. It's probably because I'm standing there. Because we play hide and seek sometimes where I'll just pop my head around the corner. We do that quite often and then hide and do that over and over, and then he'll meow and come running. Maybe I'll get on this side. Gary. Winnie's watching. Winnie is watching. He is watching. I'm reaching the phone around so I can see with the camera, but not, he doesn't see me. Well, he sees my hand, but he is not interested in this. Nice try, Jen. Busting out the elf today. Gary doesn't want the elf. Here you go, buddy. Right there. He's like, no, Papa. No. Does Winnie even want the elf? Winnie, do you want the elf? Boop. They're not interested. They are too preoccupied with the thought of food, I think. I think that's what that is. But they are doing okay. They're doing well. Had some excitement this week with the roofers, and that's pretty much all they've been up to this week. Just being their normal silly selves. Right, buddy? Here you go, buddy. So yeah, we will keep you updated with more posts online, and we'll be back again next week with another edition of Wednesdays with Winnie and Gary. Right, buddy? Right, Wingdings? In the meantime, definitely keep watching Kitten Academy and Brew Cats and Club Smoosh and Kit Kat Playroom. All the different fosters out there. Support your local shelters. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, Winnie wanted a chin scratch there. Be sure to like and comment and subscribe to all those YouTube channels because it helps the YouTube metrics and it helps all those fosters get a little ad revenue to do more good and saving more kittens and mom cats. So please do that. Well, Winnie has a drink from the fountain. So thanks, everybody. We will definitely see you again. Thanks to the moderators. And have a great one, everybody. We will see you next week. Lisa, we hope you feel better. Bye, everybody. Fade to Gary, hungry Gary eating. Bye.